Okay, so by way of introduction to our theme for tonight, I just want to really briefly root us in these ideas of space and place. And I want to do a little bit of separating the two. So Sophia began with a land acknowledgement of the space that we occupy here that becomes place for different people over time. So we have our geographic location, we have our geographic physical space, and we have our physical geography here. And it's amazing and beautiful, and we have so much history here. So we can think of space as the where. But when we think of place, we should think of the what. Okay, so every time we come onto a space, it becomes a place for us, a place of memories, a place of meaning, a place of culture and identity. It's the meaning we give to a space. So a space is nothing for humans until we enter into it and create the place that it is. And our panelists tonight will be speaking to how that happens and how places evolve over time. So the meanings that we ascribe to them change over time. They change personally for us. And even a space can change its meaning for us in a lifetime, right? For us personally. So it's kind of the vibe you get, right? When you walk into a place, or a memory that you have of a place. And I also want to add that it is alive with social and political practices. And I think our panelists tonight will speak to that as well. So we have a lot to learn from them with respect to how we can bring this idea of place and the experience of place into curriculum for Asian American and Pacific Islander young people. Next slide, please. So this afternoon, we'll be exploring some of the spaces that have become significant cultural spaces for our communities. So our panelists will be speaking to us about how the spaces of local geographies of Santa Clara County have been made into places that have allowed us to come together to cultivate communities in new homelands, nurture culture, and sometimes heal deep wounds of genocide, war, harm, poverty, raise children with proud knowledge of their ancestral and family traditions, and eat the same foods that have sustained generations in other geographic spaces and places. So places are also social and political in that the meaning of a place is always in flux, evolving, and contested. Okay, so we can't assume any one meaning for them. And as the land acknowledgement Sophia gave reminds us, this land is already contested and celebrated space. It is place. And we will see and feel these tensions of contestation and celebration in our panelist talks this afternoon. So as a group coming together in the purpose of education, as we listen, we can ask ourselves, how can we bring our curriculum to life through local geographies?